all blessed with something that was unique to us, right? And that is our sole premise, is to not let anybody slow you down and to really reach your maximum potential and really fulfill your sole purpose in life.
How are you guys doing? My name is AJ TAI, and this is my sole premise. So, what got me into shoes, it's a big story. It's more of like where, it's because we started with being very like poor, not having as much money as maybe our family did. And having 1 or 2 shoes a year to being able to afford what we can now is what really got me started. Is because our mom, being a single mom, did what she can, get us what we wanted, and then slowly around like age of 12, 13, I started doing little chores here, working, doing babysitting, and got my Jordans that I wanted. Yes, my mom bought me some Jordans back in the day, more of the Randy Moss and stuff like that. But what really got me started into it is the hustle that I saw I had to do myself, and that's what the passion started. For everybody who knows me knows the Air Jordan 1 is hands down my favorite shoe. And this shoe was done by Stingray Customs for me. This was done handmade, all glitter. He surprised me with these. He sent them. I did not expect these, but both shoes, it took 60 hours to get this done. It's all hand done with glitter, but and he's one of those that he's just like, yo, just rock it. I'm like, I can't wait. That's art, man. Like, so that has to stay in the collection. The first shoe is the 1985 Jordan 1s, and I do have them today. Yes, I wasn't born. I was born in '87. I was born in '87, but having these shoes in the collection is, to a lot of people, is just to have them. But this is, I feel like, an ultimate grail. The '85 Jordan 1, right? A lot of people have this in their collection, but I cherish this because this is the first shoe that I actually went and purchased when I was 12, 13. Back then, it wasn't that hard to get some, Jordans back in the day. Now everything is inflated, but this is always going to stay in the collection no matter what. The 2001 Jordan Mids, the Japan release. In this condition, I've had these for years now. These were numbered out of 7,500, but to have this shoe it's a whole nother level, man, because it's not a normal Air Jordan 1. This was something that they dropped. It was a Japan exclusive, and that's what I needed. I needed to have these in my collection. Well, I look at it this way. Sneakers, hip hop, and sports go together. It's the culture, right? Regardless of what anybody says, they all somehow tie together. I feel like if it wasn't for like music or hip hop, shoes wouldn't really be as popular as they are. Like if you're going back, I'm talking about going back to Run DMC, back in the day, like that, like LL Cool J, Pete Rock, all those guys. Now you look at it, this Travis Scott, Drake. I feel now if it wasn't for the culture, as I put it, sneakers wouldn't be selling. I would have to say my cousin, Jahangir. He's a little older than me, but me and my brother looked up to him and still look up to him as, he's our cousin, but we look up as a brother. I remember the story when we walked into his house and this is before the whole reselling thing started. Like, he was just starting his business, right? And he had like a stack of Space Jams. And it was like, hey, he told his pops, can I use your credit card? I'll have your money back in a week. And it's just, ever since then, like, he has, motivated us, but it's also like, I think I've kind of surpassed his collection now, but it's because of him is what got me and my brother into it. So where I'm right now, we're at MCC Academy, where pretty much I spent 15 years of my life, giving back to the community. I worked here as in IT as the athletic director, and also I was running the facility. So what I want to kind of show you guys is where it started, right? Like inspiring the kids is something that I'm very big on. And when I walk in with certain shoes, they go crazy. And it's to see the young youth understanding what these shoes are is a whole nother level now. So we're gonna go in and make sure you guys check out some of the school. So, I mean, this is what we were a big part of, is winning championships, because this school taught not only you should be great in academics, but you should also be great in sports. And luckily, myself and my brother were a big part of this school winning so many of these titles. And again, bringing the shoes right back to the community is something we designed for the for the school, was this canvas shoe that we put the logo, talking about the brand, and you know, I had to add my touch to it, but this is something that we are very proud of, and a lot of people don't see this side of me. They only see AJ like on stage sneaker collecting, but this is what it is. I'm a low-key nerd. So let me show you guys the gym and what we were super proud of doing. And this is where we won all our championships. So our school is known for championships. Very big on athletics in this school, also being God conscious and, you know, academically. So our volleyball team for the girls is, you can see the records, 10-0, 10-0, 6-2, 8-1. There's more banners that are going to be going up, but this is what, you know, and this is where me and my brother kind of took over, and we've been, you know, blessed enough to have championship teams. There is another banner that has to go up. But if you see, man, these kids, and these are just 6th, 7th, 8th grade kids playing at a level and beating teams 14-0 in the season. But this is my domain. This is where it all started. People ask me that all the time. I look at it as a sneaker market game, being as like a stock market, right? It just depends on what's releasing. To be honest, say if you're saying 2 years, it's gonna go up. Regardless, it's gonna go up. It's just that they're gonna have the bumps in the roads, just like any other stock, any company has, right? Now, like yesterday, I was watching, Facebook lost $50 billion in their fourth quarter or whatever it was. It's not affecting them, but because they know it's gonna go back up. Like for Travis Scott, the Travis Scott Jordan 1s, when they released, they were at like 17, 18 to 2,000. Now they're dropping a little bit, but I feel the longer it goes, it's just gonna go up. Like now all the Kobe's, I mean, rest in peace to one of the greatest to play. People are trying to make money off his shoe, but I'm just so happy that all these companies are saying, hey, we're not gonna sell it. But everything Kobe is gonna go up. Like everything Jordan is always going up. Like who would think a pair of off-white Jordan 1s, the Chicago ones, are sitting at $4,000 or $5,000 right now. I use this as pretty much like everyday people. I wanted this shoe to be beat because that's what shoes are. Shoes are meant to be worn. And I kind of regret wearing them to this point because these shoes brand new are worth $5,000. Even used $2K to $3,500, but wear your shoes, guys. That's what the whole point is, to wear your shoes. But this is probably one of my most expensive. I would really like to see a Fear of God Jordan collab. I know Jerry Lorenzo is doing a lot of stuff with Nike, but I think that would be a really, because he's one of those, like he's like me. Quality is key. So when he released, you know, when he did his Nike collab, he made sure the top-notch material, and of course you're going to pay for it, but you're getting quality just like his brand. So I think Jerry Lorenzo with Jordan Brand would be a great collab. So Trophy Room is a store that Marcus Jordan started 3 years ago, and it's the take on the family Trophy Room that's in Highland Park, Illinois. And I have the privilege to been knowing them forever. My brother works with them and stuff, so you know I'm blessed to get access to the shoes. And one thing that there's a few things that they blessed me with, but this is hands down the craziest. The Air Jordan 5 Friends and Family. There's only 223 pairs worldwide. And for me to have, this is one shoe I would never get rid of. I don't care. I've been offered so much money for these shoes. And at one point, I think it was like 10K or 15K. And I was just like, I can't. You know, this is a shoe that I cannot get rid of. The quality behind it, the whole story behind it, and you know, the details of the shoe is crazy. So this is the red pair. So this is a pair that didn't release to anybody except for the 223 friends and family. Man, my goal is to add a pair of Air Mags. I would really love to own a pair of Air. Doesn't matter if they're used. I know I'm not gonna be able to get the auto lace, which is like $50,000, but the Air Mags is something that I wanna try to attempt to just bring into my collection. If not, then it's gonna have to be some rare pair of Air Jordan 1s. There's another pair that it's honestly just a white Don C Jordan 1. There was 38 pairs made. So it's one of those. So the last 2 years, my journey has been a little crazy. Started off with the whole, my Kicks family, you know, we went to the Cleveland Sneakercon, and from there on, it's just blown up. I've hosted every Sneakercon across the country in the last year and a half. Been thankful to them for giving me the opportunity to, you know, be able to reach all these people and be able to talk about my stories and meet 2J's Kicks, Eric from Band LA, Anthony from Soul Premise. It's just on and on of who I've met. I've met so many like celebrities that have become friends of mine before. People who I used to look up to are now just texting me, you know. It's crazy. So that's what I've pretty much taken my journey, and I've now pretty much hosting all events across the country. I fly out every weekend for Sneakercon, not for Sneakercon. It's Sneakergames. There's Hype Central, all these other companies that fly me out, and it's a blessing because to be able, like, first going to these events just to kind of like shop, now being like the main event of it is crazy. From there, it's, you know, I've taken over so many different aspects of business, right? I used to work at a school, private school, MCC Academy. I was there 15 years. They put the whole mentality of me of focus. You know, it's an Islamic school, so the whole thing behind it is like focus, dedication, God first, and that's how I take every day is as a blessing. I'm actually now with Soul Tree as their creative director. Goat Shoe Care product, I'm one of their main ambassadors. There's so many different brands, you know. There's shoes that I'm actually designing with We Are Underdogs. So I just announced that last week. It's going to be a worldwide release, which is it's crazy thing. Yes, it's not a pair of Jordans, not a pair of Nikes, but to have your own signature shoe it's just mind blowing. So that's something I want you guys to join me on this journey. You guys won't be disappointed. All right, guys, this is AJ. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your soul premise is.